Good evening, everyone. I'm Keishla Adderley.
And I'm Chris Saunders. Thank you so much for joining us tonight.
Well, topping the news, the government is defending itself again against claims of yet another deal involving Chinese investors.
This comes on the heels of the Christie administration denying that it approved an agri-fisheries project which involved thousands of acres of crown land on a family island.
Well, today in the House of Assembly, government officials once again sought to set the record straight, explaining the opposition is up to mischief and trying to mislead the public. Here's Shania Noel Ferguson.
In a local daily printed Monday, it was alleged that government had approved a timber harvesting operation for Andros on a significant portion of Crown land. However, in Parliament on Monday, Minister of the Environment and Housing Minister Kendra Dorset clarified that an approval was granted in principle to the Caribbean Global Timber Company. However, a license was never issued.
The principals of the company include Bahamian citizens and American citizens who have sought additional assistance from a Chinese industrial and commercial investment company. To say that there is a deal with the Chinese, Mr. Speaker, is misleading. Notwithstanding the above, to date, all of the conditions imposed by the forestry unit reflected in that letter have not been satisfied. Therefore, no license has been issued.
Now, Minister Dorset added that the only existing license for forestry is the 5-year agreement made by the Free National Movement in 2011 to a Canadian citizen for land in Abaco. That's 5,194 acres in Wilson Key and 1,552 acres in Norman's Castle. The minister was adamant that all forestry resources are vested in the Bahamas, but there seems to be a fair-mongering mission as it relates to the Chinese.
Land is neither granted nor leased. Licenses are issued only for the removal of selected trees and for the sustainable use of the resource. Royalty fees are paid to the government for such activity.
Now, this issue was raised by MP for East Grand Bahama and F&M Deputy Leader Peter Turnquest, who cautioned government against giving away land for, quote, a few dollars. Turnquest was speaking to the issue regarding Mike Hall MP v. Alfred Gray, who was accused by the same local daily of approving a deal with the Chinese for an agri-fisheries project in Andros and the granting of thousands of acres of land. Minister Gray again defended himself, saying that there is no such deal in place.
I have not been in discussion with one Chinese about anything regarding anything in the Bahamas. Not one Chinese. I've already said what I did, and if they read the letter, they will not be as intellectually dishonest as they are. Secondly, Mr. Speaker, there is nobody in the governance of our country who has given more to Chinese investors than the F&M government. None. And they are hypocrites.
Member.
To suggest otherwise. I have a list and I don't want to talk about it now.
No, you're not
going to
be allowed.
But if he comes back at it, I will beg leave to read the list of which the F&M did business with the Chinese. Now the Chinese name ain't no good.
Now, both cabinet ministers charged that the allegations give the Chinese a bad name among Bahamians unnecessarily. Shania Noel Ferguson, ZNS Network News.